Hello peoples, and welcome to currently one of my favorite choose your own adventure type games, or choices matter games. It's a visual novel. It's called Scarlet Hollow, and earlier this year they had an update which changed the way the game looks slightly and also added an extra path. I have played the game through to the last not the last episode of it because it's still an ongoing game, but to the end of episode 4 multiple times. But since they added a new path, that gives me more stuff to look at, and that's also a good opportunity to record myself playing it. So I am going to start this game, and basically I'm just going to make whatever choices I want. A lot of my choices are probably going to be things that I haven't done before, so it'll probably mostly be the new path stuff, which may not necessarily be the choices I'd make myself if I was in the situation the character is in, but it'll still be interesting. I need to choose a first letter that I want it to be. Not L, because that's my personal ones. How about S? Yeah, simple. I live in the city of YouTube. I am female. Now these are quite interesting. They actually do quite a lot for the game. I'm actually going to tone it down a bit because... okay. I think it's a bit better. It's a little loud. But these actually do a lot for the game. They unlock paths. It even says right here that they unlock additional paths and dialogue options. Now, some games, these traits that you would choose at the beginning of the game wouldn't actually do much. But in this game, they definitely do. So the options are powerful build, which is tough as nails, the pinnacle of fitness, an imposing presence that commands the room, a mean right hook. There's mystical, which is strange and unusual. You see the threads of reality in ways others cannot. Talk to animals. You can talk to animals. Animals can talk to you. A gift and a curse. I like this one. I like talking to animals. So I'm going to choose that one before even reading the rest of them. Street smart. Good at lying and hard to lie to. Fast talker. You can read people and read the room. No door can hold you. Keen eye. Observant with a knack for picking up small details. Empathetic. Book smart. Well-read and rational. Possess a wealth of esoteric knowledge and know when to use it. A talented researcher. And then there's hot. Extremely good-looking. A natural flirt. People just like you, probably because you're a good person. So... even like the combination you make, sometimes there are unique dialogue options for which two you choose. So far my favorites are Talk to Animals, Mystical, Keen Eye, and Book Smart. But I need to choose. I need to choose one. I'll choose Mystical. I'm just magical. I'm able to talk to animals and I can see the threads of reality, which can be quite interesting. Now this game is a lot of reading, so I will be talking a lot, which is quite new to me, in the sense that I don't usually talk out loud for that much or that long. Also, when I read, sometimes I tend to go gibberish mode for no reason at all. I think sometimes I'm reading too far ahead and my mouth just can't keep up with my brain or something. But I'll try to read carefully so then I don't mess things up. But anyways, let's start. You jolt awake as the bus hits a particularly nasty bump. You feel like you'd only just managed to start drifting off, and now here you are, awake again and still exhausted. For a moment, you're hazy on the details of where exactly here is, confusing this bus with the many others that came before it. But as your mind continues to reassert its existence in the waking world, the past few days come back into focus. The long-lost cousin, the bad news, the 26 hours of bus rides with countless late-night stops in seedy depots that would have felt unsafe even in the middle of the day. You wouldn't normally find yourself traveling like this, but your cousin bought the tickets. The funeral of poor Anne Scarlet, your cousin's mother and your aunt, seemed like something you shouldn't ignore, even considering your own late mother's rocky relationship with this side of the family. I may turn this down even more. It's all about reading after all. Gotta hear me what I'm saying. Mystical. This is the first little thing that you get from one of your traits. Mystical. But it was also more than just the social pressure of the invitation that pushed you to accept it. Something has been tugging you back to this place your entire life. There was no choice to be made because you were always going to find your way here. So when your cousin called you, so when your cousin called, you knew what had to be done. And now, the end of your long journey is in sight. You're almost in Scarlet Hollow. Stranger. So anyway, as I was saying... Oh no, he's still here. He's been sitting next to you for the past 5 hours, talking at you without pause. You're not sure he even stopped when you started to doze off. At first you thought he was just being friendly, but that was several hours of one-sided conversation ago. I was up in Maryland, looking for work but mostly messing around because I was a dumb teen. Me and my buddies were doing our usual prank stuff, you know, pushing joggers into the harbor, that sort of thing. Alright, and now my first set of options. Wait, what? Are you serious? What's wrong with you? Heck yeah. So chaos, my dude. Why are you talking to me? And then often in dialogue, there's the option to remain silent. I'm gonna be surprised. Wait, what? Yeah, you know, teen stuff. So this girl comes up to us, swinging her purse, yelling about how she was gonna call the cops or whatever. It was hilarious. She actually hit my friend and he said it hurt a lot, so I guess she really was mad and not just playing. I don't know what this voice is that I've chosen for this guy. But she kept swinging, and soon enough she lost her balance and fell into the harbor all on her own. We didn't even have to push her. We had a good laugh and fished her out, and her phone got soaked so she couldn't call the cops on us. We wound up hanging out all day. She kind of became my girlfriend after that, and we've been on and off for about a year, so it's pretty serious. Though about 5 months ago she tried to break up with me, like for real, and geez, you ever get so mad you just want to like kill somebody? So I can threaten, yeah, I kind of feel like killing someone right now actually. Or, no, not really. Oh yeah, all the time, never follow through with it, of course. Why are you telling me this? You don't know me. I have never felt that way about another person, and I find it alarming that you have. Or smile and pretend he didn't just say that. I'm gonna say this, I've never felt that way. You're young. You'll get it when somebody tries to break your heart one day. It changes a person, makes them think things they never thought they could. I honestly could have killed that woman. Huh. Anyway, she's giving birth to our son right now, so I'm trying to get up to Virginia to be there for it. But I don't know if I'm like into that stuff, so I might just wind up on a bus to New York or something instead. I've always wanted to go there. Your girlfriend is giving birth right now and you're thinking about ditching her to go have fun in New York? Haha, that's interesting. Smart move. Get out while you still can. I'm gonna be like, you're ditching her? Seriously? You're ditching her to go to have fun in New York after she tried to break up with you and you threatened to kill her? Hey now, I never threatened to kill her. You just told me you did. Okay, maybe over text, just a little. But fatherhood is scary. Plus her mom is there, so it's not like she's alone. Why did I say it like that? Okay, anyways, her mom doesn't like me much, so I'd probably just make things super stressful. She'll understand. She's chill. Anyways, where do you say you were headed? Mystical. Home, I think. I've never been, but I felt it like a call at the back of my mind for as long as I can remember. Some things can only be put off for so long. I didn't. Scarlet Hollow, just a small town, you probably haven't heard of it. Well, don't answer. I like using the traits. Some things can only be put off for so long. The young man anxiously shifts in his seat. For one perceptible moment, it's his turn to feel uncomfortable before he catches himself and heartily laughs. Oh, you must be talking about Scarlet Hollow, right? Or the Hollow, as they call it in the mountains. That's the only other stop until this bus turns around, so if you aren't getting off at my stop, you must be headed up that way. Almost nobody ever goes there. I'm usually alone on the bus by now, though actually, I had a couple of buddies who went up there to work in the mine. There's a coal mine up in the hollow, you see, and there's always a job listing or two on the boards around here. I think I'm morphing into some sort of accent. I've never wanted to do that kind of thing myself. I like my lungs the way they are, thanks, but my buddies got desperate enough to try it. I haven't heard from them in a while now that I think about it. I should see if they're on Facebook. See how they're doing up there. Hope they didn't die. He looks back at his phone for once, focused on something other than you. Oh, I did not click. Oh, this is me. It was lovely meeting you. Hope you don't get too bored without me around to talk to. Here, I have something for you. The stranger rifles through his pack before presenting you with a dripping bag of peanuts. They're boiled peanuts. I got them at a gas station a few buses back. I noticed you haven't eaten much. Figured you could use them more than me. Plus, they dripped all over my bag, so I don't want to carry them anymore. Tip: sometimes picking a dialogue option establishes new facts about who you are. Okay, so, nice. I love boiled peanuts. Take the peanuts. No thanks. I don't know what to say in place of that word. I don't really want to say that word. I mean, it's not a bad word per se, but it's a rude word. Boo you and boo your peanuts. I'm actually allergic to peanuts, or eat the peanuts. I think I'll be polite but not enthusiastic and just take them silently. You take the peanuts. Thanks. You're welcome. And with that, I leave you. Safe travels, friend. And just like that, the stranger is gone. Maybe you can finally get some sleep. Next stop, Scarlet Hollow. End of the line. Almost there. The bus finally comes to a stop, its brakes squealing as it deposits you in front of the Scarlet Hollow bus station. The sign at least reads bus station, but calling it that feels disingenuous. At best, it's a kiosk. Though for a small town like this, you're amazed there's so much as a road, let alone a bus that drives on it every week. The driver quickly shuts the doors behind you and starts the engine, kicking up dust clouds as he pulls away, eager to leave you and this place behind. Hey, Sarah. You instantly recognize the worn young woman from the few public photos on her Facebook page. She's your cousin, Tabitha, and she looks annoyed to be here. Now, a funny thing you can do in this game is offer every new person your bag of boiled peanuts. Which is kind of a funny way of doing things. So you could do that. Or, looks like somebody needs a hug. Hey, Tabitha. Or give her your condolences, or remain silent. Since offering her your boiled peanut condolence is funny, I'm gonna do that. Want some peanuts? I got them from the bus. You hold out the dripping bag, offering it to your cousin. What? Put those away. Why would I want your wet peanuts? Now come on, let's go. I don't want to spend any more time down here than I have to. Your cousin turns and motions to an old BMW parked near the bus kiosk. You follow her, clambering into the dusty relic. It doesn't take much driving before the only signs of civilization are the car you're in and the road you're on. Tabitha maintains an icy silence as she focuses on the road. Tip: dialogue options labeled Explore can usually be taken without advancing the story. They can impact relationships. Why did I read friendships? And unlock additional story paths, so choose carefully. So you got all the explores and then remain silent at the bottom. So how are you holding up? I guess we're both members of the Dead Moms Club now, huh? So the funeral. I can't believe we've never actually met before this. I'm gonna say that. I can't believe we've never actually met before this. You have your mom to thank for that. Or had, I guess. Mystical. You can feel the same careless and Tabitha's words that your mother would use when she talked about Pearl Ann and the old Scarlets. The wounds that tore your family apart runs deep enough that it bled through the generations. Mystical. You sound like my mother right now. She hated this side of the family so much. We don't have to become our parents. There are some things in life we get to choose. Look, I don't know what my mom did to anger this side of the family, and I know you're going through a lot right now, but that comment was unnecessary. Is there bad blood between us? You don't know me, and I don't know what my mom's problem was with this side of the family. I don't know why my mom left or what kind of grudge she had against this side of the family, but I'm sorry. I wish I'd known about you. Haha, yeah, Dead Moms Club. Oh, remain silent. Yeah, it doesn't want to scroll very much. I'm going to choose the first one, the mystical one. You sound like my mother right now. She hated this side of the family so much. We don't have to become our parents. There are some things in life we get to choose. Look at her face! And she chose to leave. How are you holding up? Fine. I know how you're feeling. I lost my mom too. Okay, but if that ever changes, I'm here for you, all right? Phew, good to hear. I'll say nothing. Supportive. Ish. Even after I go home. Sure. So, the funeral. It's on Sunday, right? Yep, like I told you. Jeez, that's almost a whole week. I got here a little early. Since I'm here, do you need any help planning? I know this stuff isn't easy. Have you worked out all the details yet? I'll offer help. It's actually been fine. I just needed the coffin and somebody to dig a hole. I'm not gonna say that. I mean, it's a dumb joke. Remain silent. You decide to sit in silence with your cousin as the car eases up the steep mountain road. And here it is, the Scarlet Estate. Though it's seen better days, its crumbling elegance is not lost on you, someone used to cramped apartments in gray cities. Your mother told you about this place many times before she passed, always with an anger burning beneath her words. The faded majesty you once imagined doesn't quite compare with what's in front of you, a jarring blend of opulence and ruin. As you stare at it perched on the crumbling cliffside, you can't help but feel like it's something that should have been left to rot a long, long time ago. You're hit with a blast of dusty air as you step across the threshold and into the foyer, or foyer. However you say that, I think I've heard people say foyer. Everything in this room has been here for much longer than you've been alive, each object cemented in place with layers of dust and cobwebs. You can hear doors creak on their hinges and the aches and moans of ancient floorboards as the house itself sways in the wind. Welcome to our family's humble estate. Unfortunately, due to the current state of the house, only a few rooms will be safely accessible during your stay. I wouldn't go wandering anywhere else if you value your limbs. The floors have been known to give out. If you know what's good for you, you'll stick to your room, your bathroom, and the kitchen. And hallways, I guess. But only the hallways you need to use to get to those places. I'll show you around so you know where it's safe to walk. You can leave your bags here for the time being. Cool, thanks. So you live here? It's beautiful. Lie, it's beautiful and clean. This place is falling apart. I thought y'all were loaded. Can't you afford to fix this dump or remain silent? I'll just say cool, thanks. Let's just get the tour over with. Follow me. You put your bags down and follow Tabitha through a long, dusty hallway. She delicately steps over holes and tears in the floor, and you do your best to trace her steps. Kitchen. On Wednesdays, a woman from town comes in and does the cleaning. Her name is Janie. I wouldn't recommend socializing with her. She'll talk your ear off. If you need any food, there's fixings for peanut butter and jelly. Don't touch my mac and cheese or my ice cream. Those are off limits. Oh, and you can also access the garden through here, but it's pretty wild, so I wouldn't if I were you. Tip, some explore options prevent you from taking others. Choose carefully. Someone cleans this place? You said someone actually cleans this place? Have you ever actually seen that happen, or does this person just say they did it and leave? This is so nice. It's nice. Lie. It's perfect. Awesome, I love PB&J. Is there somewhere in town to buy food? What if I want ice cream? Alright, what's next? Haha. I'm gonna say the long asking about clean. Oh, I keep a close watch on Janie. She cleans. Maybe it's not up to your sleek city standards, but this is a house in the country. An old house in the country. There's a level of dirt and grime you have to learn to live with. Do you actually expect me to eat here? Y'all could try a little harder, though, or let it go. Y'all could at least try washing your dishes. Y'all? Are you lumping me in with Janie? No. This mess is her responsibility. That's what I pay her for. If you have an issue with the state of the place, take it up with her. I say I love PB&J. Awesome, I love PB&J. How do you know it was one of my favorites? That smile can't be real. I didn't, but good for you. Alright, what's next? On the tour. Bathroom. Follow me. Great, it's been hours since I've gone. As the two of you leave the kitchen, you pass by a tuxedo cat sitting on the countertop. Talk to animals, approach the cat. Is that your cat? Leave the cat be. I approach the cat. Don't try to pet Frou-Frou. If she wants to be pet, she'll let you know. Ne me parle pas. I don't know how to read French. I don't know if that's it. Pet her. Sorry, I don't speak French. Okay, but can I pet you? Why do I ever bother talking to cats? Now, I would not choose that. I love cats. They're cute and floofy, even if they can sometimes be grumpy. The black and white cats actually tend to be the ones that are a little more temperamental for some reason, but yet they're the ones that I get along best with. I've had 2 tuxedo cats so far. Okay, but can I pet you? Ugh, another filthy American sticking their business where it doesn't belong. I don't know how to do a French accent, so she's just fancy. No, you may not pet me. I would sooner smear myself with sewage than be touched by your filthy ape hands. Ugh. Oh, that's a Tabitha. Ugh, stop wasting my time. Let's finish the tour. You once again follow Tabitha through a long, dusty hallway. Maybe after a few nights it'll get easier to navigate these spaces, but for the time being you feel lucky to have not fallen through the floors. Guest bathroom. Not much to show. It's a bathroom. I'll wait outside. Do what you must if you must. It is a wretched bathroom. Piles of junk sit untouched in the corners of the room, and mystery stains paint the floor. Who exactly uses this bathroom? Wait, are you sure this toilet works? This is the worst bathroom I've ever seen. Lie. What a nice bathroom. Never mind, I don't need to go. Lift toilet seat. Wait, are you sure this toilet works? Yes. Why wouldn't it? The water bills get paid, therefore the toilet works. Now do your business so we can move on. But it's so crusty. Sigh. Okay. Or remain silent. I will. You sigh in resignation. Okay. That's the spirit. Who exactly uses this bathroom? Guests. This is the worst bathroom I've ever seen. You can practically hear Tabitha roll her eyes at you from the other side of the bathroom wall. It'd be a lot nicer if Janie didn't have a policy about bathrooms. She cleans mine, but refuses to do more than that. So you can blame her for the state of the place. Can I use your bathroom instead? You could clean it. Can I use your bathroom instead? No. Now hurry up and do your business so we can move on with our lives. Lift toilet seat. Scram, fellas! The jig is up! Bugs skitter from the bowl as you lift the seat. You're good, actually. Or use the facilities. I'm gonna use it. A toilet is a toilet. Sure, it could be cleaner, but your business needs doing, and this is as good a place as any. You do what you must and rejoin your cousin out in the hall. Next up, guest bedroom. Last stop on the tour. Follow me. You and Tabitha briefly return to the foyer before climbing the stairs and reaching the guest room. This is where you'll be staying. The linens are fresh. I had Janie wash them last week. I had to endure a half-hour rant about her kid to get her to do it, so you better be grateful. Mystical. An unmistakable stain coats this room. Someone has died here. No, people have died in here. The closet is full of old family stuff, so you can't hang your clothes up, but you can use the dresser. It should be empty. Explore mystical. People have died here, haven't they? This is great. Way nicer than what I'm used to. What a dump. I hate it. It seems a little dusty. Lie. This room is nice, thank you. Or, who used to sleep here? Or, I guess I'll start to get settled. But I just explores first. I'm gonna do the mystical. When? This house is almost 150 years old. Obviously, people have died here. It seems a little dusty. Seems a little... You spend a moment searching for the right word. Dusty. Wow, sorry I'm not giving you the 5-star hotel treatment you so desperately seem to need. You can dust it yourself if you care so much. Who used to sleep here? Like I said, this house is almost 150 years old. Many, many people have slept here. And now you'll sleep here, carrying on the fine tradition of bedrooms being slept in. I guess I'll start to get settled. Follow me. I'll take you back to the foyer so you can collect your belongings. This concludes our tour. I'm afraid I must return to my duties, so you'll have to entertain yourself for the rest of the day. Don't expect to see much from me. Tip, some dialogue options will open additional conversation paths, some right away and others down the line. Where are you going? What am I supposed to do while you're gone? Are you sure you can't take the day off? Did I do something wrong? You asked me to come here, but you're acting all angry that I actually came. What's going on with you? Are you sure you're okay? I won't keep you, but we should hang out when you get back. Let Tabitha leave. Are you sure you're okay? Hey, are you sure you're doing okay? You seem kind of upset. I'm fine. I just need to get back to work. Where are you going? To work. Somebody has to pay the bills around here. What kind of work do you do? I run the coal mine, same as every Scarlet who came before me. Except for you and your mom. It requires a lot of time and concentration, so I'd appreciate it if you didn't keep me for long. I didn't know we owned a coal mine. Can I come watch? That sounds pretty impressive and exciting. Good for you. Sounds pretty boring. Don't you ever think about things you could be doing with your life that might give you a better sense of purpose than running a coal mine? That's kind of sad. Ew, gross. Running a coal mine has got to be one of the most ethically and physically vile jobs on the planet. Hashtag girl boss. That's cringy. Okay. I didn't know we owned a coal mine. We don't own the coal mine. I own the coal mine. Your side of the family forfeited any claim to it years ago. Can I come watch? What? No. The mine is dangerous. I can't babysit you and do my job. Oh. Accidentally opens the save menu. Do I want to be nice or do I want to be honest? I'm gonna be honest. Sounds pretty boring. I don't think my job has to entertain me. It's what I have to do because it needs doing. I don't think of it as boring in the same way I don't think of cleaning a toilet or painting a wall as boring. It's a task. One of those tasks could use more doing around here if you ask me. That's a healthy mindset. And that one was already there. Those two are already there. One of those tasks, yeah. Excuse me? Toilet scrubbing. I mean, have you seen the toilet in my bathroom? Have you seen what lives there? Any other requests before I head out? What am I supposed to do while you're gone? There's a very demanding job I should be getting back to right now that doesn't include figuring out activities for you to occupy your time with. I'm not your babysitter. Why don't you, I don't know, go walk around in town or something until you get tired? There are historic buildings to look at. I'm sure you'll have a great time. Are you sure you can't take the day off? It's a special occasion. Your cousin's in town. No, some of us have responsibilities. If you think about it, isn't family the greatest responsibility of them all? Can't your job wait a little longer? Chill with your cuz. Okay, I'll drop it. Sorry, I'll drop it. Thank you. I'll see you later tonight. Go into town, stay here, do whatever you want, just stay out of trouble. Let Tabitha leave. You decide to let Tabitha leave for work. Are we all set then? I'll see you tonight. Your cousin leaves through the front door. And now it's just you and this sprawling, decrepit estate. A PB&J sounds great right about now. Settle into your room. Go straight to the forbidden wings of the estate. Might as well head to town. Go to the forbidden area. With Tabitha gone, there's no one stopping you from going into the forbidden wings of the estate. Except for the locks and chains sealing them shut. Settle into room. Now that your cousin is gone, the aches and pains of your journey sink into your bones. You stumble back up the stairs to your room, suitcase in tow, eager to unwind before you face the rest of the day. You stand at the entrance to your room. Take a nap. You've earned it. Put your spare clothes in the dresser. Check the closet. Look out the window. Examine the painting on the wall. Clothes in dresser. You drag your suitcase over to the dresser and open the bottom drawer. An opossum lurks within. It is quiet but angry. Afraid! Aye, friend, I no hurt. Aw, what's your name, little guy? What are you doing in my drawers? Can you move, please? I want to put my clothes in here. What's in the sealed-off part of the estate? There's a door with a bunch of locks and chains on it. Can you tell me about the human who lives here? Item, offer him your boiled peanuts. Try to shoo him out of the drawer. Put clothes on top of a possum, or closed drawer. What are you doing in my drawers? Warm, dark. Aye, friends, are no hurt. Afraid! Aw, what's your name, little guy? I'm Sarah. Dustin. What's in the forbidden wings? And I want to know what's behind it. Dustin shivers. Bad place. Not safe. Dustin, no visit. Can you tell me about the human who lives here? Which human? Poor Land died. Only one human lives here. Tell me about Tabitha. The first one. But Poor Land died. Only one human lives here. Dustin not good with names. 2 human live here. Can you tell me about the humans who live here? Okay, Dustin. Can you tell me about the 2 humans who live here? 1 human sad, 1 human scary. The scary human. Can you tell me about the scary human? Always watches, eyes hateful. The sad human. Can you tell me about the sad human? Cries, gives Dustin bad sleeps. Never mind. Thanks for the help, Dustin. 'Kay. Fashion your clothes into a nest. You poor thing, you look cold in there. You gently lay your clothes on top of the creature, arranging them in a little nest. Dustin closes his mouth, somewhat more at ease than before, and looks up at you with his shiny black eyes. Human is kind to Dustin. Dustin will remember this. You close the drawer, satisfied with yourself for a job well done. Take a nap. You've earned it. You immediately collapse onto the bed. You're tired enough that being alone in a strange new place won't stop you from passing out. Or so you thought. You cough as a small cloud of dust rises up from the mattress. These sheets might be fresh, but everything beneath them might have been around to see the dawn of civilization. You try to settle in, but the bed is lumpy in strange places, and you can feel the springs pressing through the fabric. You might be tired, but you're far from tired enough to get in more than a few minutes of uncomfortable napping. Check the closet. You can see why your cousin said you should put your clothes in the dresser instead of this closet. There must be decades of family history stacked up in here. The doll is missing a shoe. Pick up the doll or leave it be. I'm gonna pick it up. Of course you're sharing a room with a creepy doll. You pick it up to examine it more closely. Its foot reads, "Property of Alexandra." No need to carry this around with you. Oh look, tiny writing. You close the closet behind you. Look out the window. You can only imagine how beautiful the garden must have been in its heyday. If you owned this place, you'd totally get out there with a shovel and some gardening gloves and whip it into shape. You'd go out and pull weeds, chop trees, carve topiaries, and do whatever you needed to do to return it to its former glory. And once it was all done, you'd sit by the fountain, which of course would have a little goldfish in it, and drink a floral tea while enjoying the birdsong. Yeah, you'd definitely do that, just not right now. Examine the painting on the wall. This must be an older relative of yours, judging by the dates on the inscription. You've never heard of her, but you'd barely heard anything about your aunt and cousin until a week ago, so that's not really a surprise. Maybe you could ask Tabitha about this Marybelle Scarlet the next time you see her. That is, if she's actually in the mood for conversation. That's enough. It doesn't seem like there's much else for you to do here right now. A PB&J sounds great right now. You haven't had anything to eat all day. The only things louder than your stomach right now are the creaks and moans of this ancient place. A PB&J sounds exactly what you need to take on the rest of the day. You head to the kitchen. You're back in the kitchen, ready to craft a beautiful peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It's a daunting task, given the state of the place, but the aggressive growls of your stomach outweigh your fear of food poisoning. To get started, you'll probably need to find some peanut butter, some jelly, bread, a plate, and a knife. Explore, talk to animals, approach frou-frou. Search the fridge, search the pantry, search the cabinets, check out the garden. We're not going to pass up on. Approach frou-frou. Frou-frou hisses as you draw near and remains firmly in place. You might want to talk to me, but I don't want to talk to you. Go away. I don't remember what voices you used for her. Item, offer her your boiled peanuts. Do you like living here? Dustin says there's more than one person living in the house. Do you know what's in the sealed off part of the estate? Can you tell me about Tabitha? Can you tell me about my aunt? Dustin says there's more than one person living in the house. Ugh, you talked to that disgusting little rat? Who lives in this house is none of your concern. Do you like living here? So, do you like living here? I despise small talk. Do you know what's in the sealed off part of the estate? Nosy, aren't you? But of course I am not surprised. You seem to enjoy poking your head where it doesn't belong. If you won't take the hint, I suppose I'll have to take things into my own hands. Frou-frou lunges at your hand and bites you hard. You back away. Search the fridge. As you approach the fridge, your eyes catch a note taped to the door reading, Janie, stay out, in all caps. Below it, in separate handwriting, are the words, Okie dokie. You open the fridge. You already feel a deep urge to wash your hands, even though you have yet to touch anything other than the handle. Check mayonnaise. You know you probably shouldn't, but a part of you has to know how old that mayonnaise is. You pick up the jar, its label flaking in your hand. It expired 10 years ago. This jar of mayonnaise is old enough to graduate the 5th grade. I wouldn't eat it anyways, even in real life. I'm allergic to eggs. This would kill me. Best to put it back and forget you ever saw it. Let's see. Examine old takeout, take jelly, grab ice cream. Take jelly. You reach for one of the unopened jars of grape jelly, carefully checking its expiration date. You breathe a sigh of relief when you realize it's recent. This was either purchased specifically for you, or jelly is one of the few things in this kitchen Tabitha actually uses. All you need now is a plate, a knife, bread, and some peanut butter. Better close this fridge and keep looking. Except no. I'ma take the funny route. Look how gross it is. Why did he do that? What were you expecting? This takeout container is disgusting beyond words. A liquefied mess, wholly congealed in its styrofoam shell. You can't even tell what it used to be. This substance doesn't just smell bad. It smells ancient. For goodness sake, put it back! Eat it. What is wrong with me? What kind of horrible goblin would do this? You think to yourself as you dip your hands into the goop. It's thicker than expected, almost spongy. Oh no! You scoop some up into your wretched... Oh no. It has mold. You scoop some up into your wretched claw of a hand and slowly bring it towards your mouth, allowing its must to permeate your senses before the slime fills your mouth. It tastes like rot, like the smell of decaying mulch and burning leaves and fish heads festering on the beach. It feels even worse, like your mouth is full of slugs. You can almost feel it writhing in there, though perhaps that's just your own tongue convulsing in disgust at what you've done. You've made a horrible mistake. Spit it out. Or swallow it. You swallow the slime. You've done it, and there's no going back now. It slid down your throat like a mass of wriggling worms. Your gag reflex tries to eject it one final time before it passes into your stomach, but your will is stronger. A layer of waxy residue now coats the inside of your mouth and throat, and your teeth squeak with a slippery film, making it impossible to forget what you've done. I do not know how to say that, so sorry if I pronounce it wrong. To me, degruitus. Did something break in that tiny brain of yours? You have a feeling that the consequences for this action will be severe, a problem for future you to worry about. I'm not going to grab the ice cream. Close the fridge. You return to the kitchen, closing the fridge behind you. Pantry. Dead mouse. Tabitha sure loves her mac and cheese. Yeah, we've got some there. We've got some all along here. And more there. And then all this peanut butter. And all this bread. And multiple mouse traps. But you can see better when I hide the dialogue. Take bread. Take peanut butter. Examine mac and cheese. I'm going to examine mac and cheese. Craft with a C? Okay. You pick up a box of Tabitha's mac and cheese. You can't say you've ever seen the brand before. Yeah. Cook it for yourself. Put it back. Empty the box and stuff it with the dead mouse on the shelf. I'm not gonna antagonize Tabitha. I'm just gonna put it back. I just examined. Staying away from the mac and cheese was one of your cousin's hard rules, and she already seems to not like you. You put the box back where you found it, reluctant to make things worse than they already are. Take bread. You pick up one of the non-moldy loaves of bread. Great. One step closer to a satisfying snack. All you need now is a plate, a knife, and some peanut butter. Take peanut butter. Gif. The king of nut butters, and only 3% of each jar is mashed up cockroaches. Lovely. The only things you need now are a plate and a knife. Close the pantry. Save. Do the first little save. Return. You close the pantry door as best as you can and turn back to the rest of the kitchen. Cabinets now. This cabinet must be where Tabitha keeps the dishware and, oddly enough, the utensils. Grab a plate and a butter knife. Grab a bowl. Examine the mug. Examine the shot glass. I'm going to examine the mug. It reads, I was blown away at Blowing Rock, NC, North Carolina. See, your aunt and cousin actually traveled sometimes, even if it was only a few hours from the estate. Maybe you can route your return trip through Blowing Rock. It might be nice to see the local sights before heading home. Examine shot glass. It reads, I survived Deb's 50th. Your aunt's name was Paula Ann, so this wasn't from her 50th. From the few stories you'd heard from your mom, Paula Ann wasn't the type to have kitschy friends who gave out themed shot glasses at their birthday parties. Grab plate and butter knife. You grab a plate and a butter knife. This is the last ingredient you needed to make your PB&J. Time to get to work. Grab a bowl. You reach for the bowl, but as you pull it down, a blend of vinegar and dead moths splashes onto you, immediately staining your shirt. On the back of the bowl is a note that reads, "Moth trap, do not touch." Whoops. Realistically, the note should be at the front and not the back, so then people know it's a moth trap. That is gross. I would not want a bunch of bugs all over me. But that's not even the most horrifying thing you encounter in this game. For those who didn't know, Scarlet Hollow is a bit of a horror game. In like a light way, it's more like creepy vibes. There's no jump scares. There's not really any jump scares. So, at least I don't think so. I don't know if they can be considered jump scares when they happen like a couple frames or whatever. But anyways. Ha, idiot. Your shirt is now unpleasantly wet. You'll probably change into something clean before you leave the house. Close the cabinet. You close the cabinet and look back to the rest of the kitchen. Make that PB&J! Even though you've already eaten who knows what from the fridge, your ravenous form quickly sets to work making a PB&J. A job well done. All of that hassle, and it took you less than a minute to eat. The rest of the day lies in front of you. Check out the garden. This garden was reclaimed by the wilderness long ago. It might not be very safe, but who's to stop you from venturing deeper? Explore the garden or return to the kitchen. I'm gonna explore. You wander further into the garden. It's quiet out here. And that's all you can do. Return to the kitchen. You head back inside and close the door behind you. You're done here. Congratulations, you've eaten and have a full day ahead of you. What do you want to do next? Head to town. There's not much left for you to do here other than head out and explore the town. You do just that. Before leaving the house, you rinse off and change into a clean shirt. You're not about to meet new people coated in vinegar and dead moths. If you'd have known you'd wind up having to walk all the way back to town, you probably would have just asked Tabitha to leave you at the bus stop, especially with how unhappy she seemed to see you. If only you could wipe the slate between the two of you clean and bury some of the tension. Though maybe her mother's funeral isn't the best time for something like that. Then again, maybe it's the perfect time. Continue down the path. It's real pretty out here, but your serenity is quickly overcome by a sudden urge to puke. The slime wants out. Puke or force it down and continue into town. Continue into town. You're not going to let the slime get the best of you, you think to yourself as you muster up every last ounce of willpower and force it back into your guts. You're safe for now, but there's no telling how long it'll last. Finally, you made it back to town. The Hollow, as that guy on the bus called it, has probably seen better days. It still has the feeling of an idyllic country town, but its sidewalks are cracked and many of the storefronts are boarded up, the windows dusty with age. A chill breeze sweeps down the lane and you shudder, suddenly feeling as if you're peering into a grave. Gretchen, come back! Quit bothering strangers, I think is what it said. Yep, that is what it said. What she said. Gretchen, why, I do declare, who is this stranger? And why does she smell of peanut butter? Sorry about that. Gretchen can be very slippery when she wants to be. She loves to get loose and cause havoc. The excitement of meeting this new stranger causes your stomach to churn. Once more, the slime is making its escape. Force it back down. I can do this all day, you think to yourself as you struggle once more to force the slime back into your stomach. You succeed, but you don't think you'll manage to pull this off again. Hey, are you okay? You don't look so great. Lie. Yep, all good here. I'm okay, just a bit of a stomach ache. No, my guts are in agony. I'm okay. Yeah, sorry. I just ate something earlier that didn't agree with me. We've all been there. I hope you feel better soon. I can look away. Anyways, I'm Stella. Nice to meet you. It's not often I see a strange face up in the hollow. Every now and then there's a new crop of coal folks, but you don't look dusty enough for that. You aren't in town for the funeral, are you? The Scarlet funeral? Item. Offer your boiled peanuts. Introduce yourself. Yep. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. Lie. No. Now you're in business. Remain silent. For the peanuts. My mouse does not want to scroll properly. You hold out the dripping bag of peanuts. It's polite to offer food in new social situations. Oh, that's really kind of you to offer, but I couldn't take your food. You should hang on to those in case you get peckish. Anyways, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that you're Tabby's cousin, right? Upon mention of your cousin, Gretchen mutters under her breath. One of these days, I'll get that Tabitha to pet me. I don't remember what voice I used. I'm not good at remembering voices containing accents. I don't even know if that was an accent. Anyways, that's the only person I can think of who would come to town for the funeral. How's she holding up? To be honest, I've been a little worried about her, all alone up in that big house. I'm sorry, did you say Tabby? I can't imagine Tabitha ever going by something so... Why do you want to know? Mystical. I feel like whoever I met today isn't the real Tabitha, just the masks she wears. She seems alright. Even though we just met a couple of hours ago, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't worried about her. Is she always so, I don't know how she's doing and I don't care. Why do you care? She's awful, and as far as I can tell, she openly hates me. Sorry, did you say Tabby? I can't imagine Tabitha ever going by something so... cute? She did back when I knew her better. It's been a while. I hope she's okay. The mystical one, not real Tabitha. I hope that's a metaphorical mask you're talking about. To tell you the truth, she's always been a little rough around the edges, but most people don't really catch on to that. It'll probably be good for her now that you're staying there. Even if she doesn't think so herself. How long have you known her? Are you two friends? She's really not worth your time. Remain silent. How long have you known her? Oh, quite a long time. The town's really small, so everybody's known everybody else as far back as they can remember. Tabby and I got a little close when we were both in the school's production of A Midsummer Night's Dream. I was Puck and she was Mustard Seed. As you might have expected, she was more than a little prickly, but I managed to soften her up a bit in the end. But then she graduated, and that was that. I haven't seen that girl or her horrible little cat since I was middle-aged. Oh, before it slips my mind, if you're staying up in that spooky old mansion, you must have met the Frou-Frou. How does that monster fare? Talk to animals. Tabitha's cat? Unfortunately, yes. I have met Frou-Frou. Yeah, I've met Frou-Frou. She might think she's so much better than me, but I will get her to let me pet her, even if it's the last thing I do. It sounds like you and Frou-Frou have a history. Ignore Gretchen. Let Stella discover your quirk. I'm not gonna hide it. You and Frou-Frou have a history. Wait, what? Are you messing with me? You can't actually talk to my dog, right? Lie. Haha, yes, this is a joke. I cannot talk to animals. Alas, you have discovered my dark and terrible secret. I can talk to animals and animals can talk to me. Your dog sounds like a southern belle when she talks. I don't know how to do that accent. Haha, yeah, of course you're joking. You and Stella maintain silent, awkward eye contact. Well, next time you see that devil, please send my regards, and do let her know that not only do I still draw breath, but that I very much still plan to outlive her. Oh, if you just got to town, you must be starving. I was just on my way to the diner for a coffee, and they've got amazing biscuits. My treat. Biscuits? Your treat? Heck yeah. Sure, why not? I'm not really hungry. It was nice meeting you. I'll be on my way. I think I'm just gonna wander for a while. Thanks for the offer, though. Yeah, I'll pass. I should go. turn around and leave without saying another word. Now, by the way, the going and disappearing thing is new, but there's something funny that happens if you go in the dino. You'll see what I mean. Sure, why not? Awesome, let's go. The pleasant aroma of greasy breakfast food hangs heavy in the air. In contrast with the empty, lifeless atmosphere of the family estate, the dino is filled with the comforting din of human life. All of which grinds to a sudden halt as the patrons realize that a stranger has entered the establishment. With all eyes on you, your stomach starts to churn. Again, the slime refuses to be contained. You've held it back too long and it yearns to be free with a force more powerful than your comprehension. As it barrels through your esophagus, you spot a small trash can. You aim for it as best you can before the slime erupts from your mouth. Some of it made it in, but much of your vomit and bile still splattered across the entryway of the dino, all while every pair of vials in the place was on you. As someone rushes out of the kitchen with a mop and bucket, Stella hurries you to her booth. "Haha, hey everyone, this is Tabitha's cousin. She's here for the funeral and I guess she's not feeling very well." You feel frozen in place as you come to your senses. Is there anyone in this entire town who hasn't seen the contents of your stomach? This is humiliating. You need to do something about it, and you need to do something fast. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Turn around and leave before your face is burned into their memories. Don't say anything. You need to get out of here. No. Apologize. Before anyone can say another word, you've already left. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. It used to be, before the update, if you ate the stuff and puked, you would stay in the dino. But I guess I'm automatically going the other path while still being able to see the funny thing. That's interesting. That's cool. But also, let's see, how long does my stopwatch say? Yeah, it's been an hour. That's plenty of time for an entire episode. Obviously, since these, they're also called episodes in the game. These chapters, I'll call them, the game things are chapters, my videos are episodes, I don't know. It's confusing either way. But since the chapters in the game are so long, so detailed, so many choices, I'm not going to be able to do a full one in a video because that's kind of a lot, especially the later chapters. And if you've never watched someone play this game, then you'll see what I mean. But if you have watched someone play this game, or if you've played it yourself, you know what I mean. The chapters get longer. And I think the update did make the earlier chapters a bit longer than they had been, but still they get longer and longer as they go on, because the people who made this game got better at it, and they got more experience, and they started having more ideas. The updates are all in the update notes on Steam, so that's where you can get this game. You can look through the update log and see their progress as they're going through and making this game. They're currently in the process of making this game, and so far they're working on chapter 5. So hopefully that's out by the time I get to it. Otherwise, I might get a good bit of episodes into this game and then have to have a bit of a pause. But I don't want to seem like I'm trying to get them to rush, because I myself am an artist, and I know that art takes time, especially if you want it to be good quality. And that includes writing, drawing the things, designing all of the sound. It's a 2-person team, I think. So they do really well. I like this game. They have another game called Slay the Princess, which is also really fun and has so many paths that you can choose. I like games like this, where you have bunches of paths that you can choose, and it has pretty much almost infinite replayability because you can choose different choices each and every time. And often you'll see something completely different in these games, like from this developer. It's really nice. But I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next episode where hopefully I'll be able to actually finish the chapter within the span of one episode. I would think so, because it's not that much longer. So yeah, see you next time. Have a nice day.